fit people. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Reen and I am so happy you're here. Yay, Wednesday. I feel good today. I slept good. I got a good night's sleep. I did. And I feel refreshed today. I feel blessed. I feel good. I feel good. I know y'all like when I sing. I feel good all over. Yeah. So guys, oh my. So I'm not a big reality TV person anymore because reality TV has turned into just a mesh of women that all look the same, screaming and yelling about frivolous things. But there is a running theme in at least the first 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta that I wanted to discuss. Now, if you haven't watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta, you don't have to fast forward. You can probably still follow the conversation because I'm not doing a recap of the show or anything like that. I don't know if you know these people, but there's a woman on the show whose name is Portia Williams. This lady was on the show for a while, and a couple seasons back, she was introduced to another castmate's husband, and she ended up marrying that husband. Fast forward to now, that Portia and that lady's husband are getting a divorce, and Portia also has a child with another man who is now supposed to be dating one of the girls on the show. Sounds like a mess, but it also sounds like a little bit of karma. What I wanted to talk to you about, or ask you, and you could drop this in the comment section, is do you believe in karma? Do you believe in karma? For me, a part of me believes that, not a part of me, what I believe, and I guess this is the definition of karma, right, is the energy that you put out in the world is the energy that you're going to receive. So if you're putting out negative energy, you're going to receive negative things, right? Pretty much. So is the friend of Portia, who is now messing with her child's father, wrong? Is she messing with the child's father? That's another question. But let's say she is. Is she wrong for messing with this lady, baby daddy? I don't think so. First of all, Portia is not in a relationship with her child's father. And you cannot dictate who he dates. You cannot dictate who he does business with or any of that. You can't. You can't dictate that. You cannot be upset around anything surrounding that, because when you were marrying that lady's husband, you were flaunting it in his face. You filmed it. You did all of the things. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What you put out, so shall you reap. You reap what you blows and skirt sow. That's what I think. And that's with anything. So I always bring it back to fitness because that's what I do. I always bring it back to becoming the best version of yourself because that's what I do. So you reap what you sow. So if you are ingesting a bunch of junk, hello somebody, if you are ingesting a bunch of junk, if you are not moving your body, if you are not stretching, if you are not working out and lifting those weights and building a strong core, you reap what you sow. Amen? Amen? So if you want to reap the benefits, okay, of consistent exercise and a healthy lifestyle, my girl, my love, then you know what you got to sow. You already know. We ain't got to go into detail, but you already know what you're supposed to be sowing and everything. And then you can't be like Portia Williams and get mad when you trying that dress and it don't zip up. Or when you go to that doctor and the doctor's like, that's something you never want the doctor to do when he come in with your blood work results. Is when's the last time you had blood work done? You don't want that. You don't want, we gotta run more tests. You don't want that. Baby. So let's get it together. Or forget it forever. I'll holla.
If you got it, ain't no question. No, ain't no room for second guessing. No, you're emotionally invested. I'll show you all my imperfections. If I let you, then you take for granted.
Hey y'all, it's lunchtime. So for lunch today, I'll show you guys in a minute, but this is my snack. I got my tangerines here. I have a couple of grapes. I don't have that many left. A few more grapes. And like a few plantain chips. These are the plantain chips I eat. I just have like a little, like literally this much left. Please hold. Look at me being nosy. There's a guy, wait, I'm being nosy, y'all. Hold on, please hold. I'm gonna tell y'all the story in a minute. Give me a minute. Ooh, child. Okay, there's a guy, and he be flirting like crazy, and his wife just walked in. His wife. I be watching him in here flirting with all kind of chicks, and he's talking about, this is my wife, and he all in her face. Child. But you know what? If a guy is flirtatious or whatever, that's fine. Like if your husband is a little flirt, but he don't do nothing, I don't mind that. But don't let it go over flirtation, because somebody will get got. Anyway. And you can see whoever you want that's attractive, but you better not act. Because now you stepping over the line. But let me show you what I got for lunch, and then I'm going to eat. I don't have a lot of time, and I want to be able to decompress before I go back upstairs into a meeting. Lunch. I bought this last night. This is a hibachi bowl with chicken and shrimp. And cabbage, no rice. There's no rice in here. It's just chicken, shrimp, cabbage, broccoli. Yummy. And I bought this. Me and hubby, we each bought a bowl last night from this local restaurant, and we just told them no rice with it. So they give you extra cabbage, which is great, because I'm gonna eat the rest of the salmon that I made the other day. I'm gonna eat that for dinner. And then I took out some chicken, because when I get home from work, I'm gonna make like a quick little medley to bring to work tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but we gonna figure something out. Alright, y'all. I'll holla. Oh, drop down in the comments and let me know, are you the type, if you have a significant other, are you okay with them looking at the opposite sex? Or are you okay with them looking at other people? Are you okay? Does that bother you? Are you the type to want your man to only have eyes for you, and don't you dare look over there and look at her ass? Let me know. Drop down in the comments and let me know. We're gonna start with some good old good mornings. Oh, bring it down. 1.
Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see. 2. Can you feel my pain?
Second exercise we've got are lunge pulses. 3. 4. Come on. 5. 6. 7. Yeah. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Money shot. Open it up. Yes, bust it open for bang. Baby girl. What's up, y'all? Let me make sure my things ain't thinging. And my things ain't thinging. Okay, let me do that. Wait, can you see me? Alright, so earlier today, I put up a community post and I asked, this was for my content creators. I asked, would you rather have videos that get a lot of views or videos that get less views but more watch time? The results so far of the poll are way different than I thought. I thought everyone would pick the latter. Less views, more watch time. But right now, I think that is what's winning. But by a very small margin. A lot of y'all said that you rather more views. More views. So just to be clear, guys, a view is literally someone clicking on your video. They could be in there for 2 seconds and leave. That's a view. I don't want that. I'd rather have a video that has 50 views, but every one of those 50 people watched at least half of the video. I'd rather that than 1,000 people click on the video and click off. I'd rather that. I'd rather less views, but those people really sit and watch, because that tells me that I have quality content, that people are really, really watching it and engaging. I think that's a little bit more important than the views. But because of we're in a numbers driven society, people care about how many subscribers you have. They don't ask you how much watch time do you have. People ask you how many subscribers do you have, how many followers do you have, not so much about the engagement. But in my opinion, I think engagement is more important, because that way you are really connecting with people and your content is worth watching. Tell me what you think. But that's kind of my answer. I think it's more important to get less views and more watch time, because you're creating quality content that people are actually watching and engaging in. And that's kind of my goal. That is my goal, because I want content that stands the test of time. What I'm saying should stand the test of time if it's true and if it's valid and if it's quality content. If what I'm saying makes sense, then it should stand the test of time. And y'all know, most of the time what I'm talking about is fitness, and I always tie in whatever subject I'm talking about. Earlier today, I was talking about karma. I was talking about our girl Portia, and what she may be going through right now may be karma. If you don't know who Portia is, it doesn't matter. The point is, if you do stuff that you don't want done back to you, don't do the stuff. And also, if you don't want your body to rebel upon you, don't rebel on your body. Take care of your body. Do the things that you're supposed to do to make sure that your body is good. And if you have difficulty staying consistent with your diet and staying consistent with exercise, what I'm finding is a lot of people neglect their exercise. They find everything in the world to do rather than take a good 20 minutes. You can start with 10 minutes to move their body. And I really want to know why. So if you could drop down in the comments and let me know the reason why you don't work out, the reason why you're currently not working out, and if you are currently working out by doing one form of cardio, like if you're doing walking, if you primarily if you walk, and that's the extent of what you're doing, tell me what it would take for you to do a little bit more. Just drop that down in the comments. I'd really be interested to know that. And for my girlies that are on their gym fix, or if you work out on a consistent basis, whether it be in the gym or if you're working out in your home, let me know what is your driving force for working out consistently. What pushes you to stay consistent? For me, what pushes me to stay consistent is I know what happens if I stop. If I stop, I'm going to stop. And then all of the hard work I have put in for 7 long years, almost 8 years, will be out the window in 6 months. Because that's how fast all of the hard work that you put in for all that time can be reversed. And I ain't having it. Okay? And that's period, point blank. That's my reason. Please drop down in the comments and tell me yours. Thank you once again, guys, for tuning in, for being engaged, for being magnificent supporters of this channel. My goal is to continue to provide you with some quality content, things that make you think, things that motivate you and push you to get up off your... Get up off that thing. Get up off of that thing. Hey, tell him. What you said, James Brown? Get up off of that thing. Tell him again. One more time. Get up off of that thing. Yo, Coach me Reen on the scene. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye.
It's not the diamond. It's not the diamond. It's not the pearl. It's not the pearl. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. It's just that I'm that girl.